Hey YouTubers, today we're going to be working on our 2003 Cadillac CTS. It's a continuing project over a period of time. Thought you guys might want to see our progress and what we're doing today with the quarter panels. So let's get to it. Okay, today we're going to remove this quarter panel right here. We're going to cut it right down here. We're going to be cutting it about a ½ inch up through here, all the way up to around here, and leave about a ½ inch. Come down through here. We'll remove these spot welds, and then we'll finish taking the quarter panel off. Then we're going to go to the junkyard, and we're going to cut one in the junkyard right up through here. And we'll remove the spot welds on the one that we're going to put on, and just pull this flange that we've cut off. That way it'll be easier to get it off the car at the junkyard. And then what we'll do is we'll put a flange right here, and then we'll go ahead and we'll put the new skin right here, and then we'll flange all this and put the skin and basically lap it and MIG weld it together. So that's what we're going to do. We went ahead and bought some Harbor Freight tools to do that. A little 3-inch cutter wheel, a saw. We still have to go buy the flange tool, and then we also bought the Harbor Freight $160 compressor. Should be good enough for what we're going to do. Okay, when you go to put it on, you just kind of dig right here, and eventually a hole will come out. Right now we're cutting spot welds out, so with the spot welder tool. One of the things that happens is sometimes you're working away and it pulls out and it dings all over and then bends the blade over. Just use a pair of pliers to straighten it out, and that'll fix it. But we've cut quite a bit. So we're still, this is where the first test I did right here, and it worked pretty good. But I found that cutting at about a 45-degree angle near the tip works best, but tip pulls out every once in a while. Things are looking pretty good. I went ahead and peeled this back. Obviously we're going to have to remove all that foam before we weld, or it's going to catch on fire. We don't want that. It's doing pretty good. We got it all the way down here, all the way up to here. We got the spot welds. Some of them are separated. Still working on getting some of the body clips out like that. And then the tough spot's going to be actually right here. They did spot weld some of it, but on some of it I think it's been glued. I used some of that body glue, and that's really tough stuff, so we're gonna have to figure that one out. This is where we initially tried to pull it out with a stud gun, and it did pretty good, but it just wasn't enough. So we're gonna just go ahead and replace the whole quarter panel. We're back at it. We got all this pretty much loose up in here, all the way down there, but we have a problem with this area right here still holding on. So we're just going to go ahead and cut here and then up there and get it off. And obviously we missed a spot weld because we ripped it right here. We missed a spot weld in here or something, so it actually tore, so we'll have to repair that. Everything else just seemed to come pretty much right off. This was kind of a pain, so I went ahead and cut that one. It turns out there's a little subframe area underneath here that's folded over, so we'll have to repair that. Let's see if I can't focus on that. There we go. But the rest of it just pretty much it's already loose. So we'll just go ahead and we'll straighten all this up, and then we'll lap it with the new quarter panel on it. Anyways, that's kind of where we're at right now. There's actually spot welds in here that we couldn't find. You couldn't see them or anything, but it looks like there's one about here, one about here if you look inside. Let me see if we can show it inside. Yeah, right down there on the bottom. One on the towards the bottom, one on the left, one on the right. So what we did is we just went ahead and we cut this right here, and we'll deal with the spot welds after we get it off. So we might have to chisel this area right here a little bit more, but it looks like everything else pretty much came off. Now let's go around this side over here, and yeah. Okay, we went ahead and got it off, and our difficult area was right there, as we thought. 2 spot welds there. This kind of got ripped up when we were pulling it off. We didn't get a spot weld done, so it came off. Sorry about the focus. So we didn't get a spot weld off, so when Andy was chiseling it off, he took it. So when we get the new one, we'll go ahead and make sure we get this portion, and we'll weld it back on. This got pushed in. This is some damage and stuff. When we were trying to push it out from the inside, it was a waste of time. This obviously got pushed in a little bit, and this is got pushed in. This is where the cable barrier from I think it's I-12 up there above New Orleans got where it got hit. Basically, some person owned the car and they got run off the road and went into the barrier, and they put the barrier right next to the road, so as soon as you get your front wheel in the grass, you're guaranteed to hit that barrier. They put it up, and a couple of people have already been killed by the barrier instead of head-on collisions. But anyways, that's a side note about those barriers. Don't put them next to the road, put them in the middle of the median so people have a chance to slow down a little bit. All right, and this is all the foam. Obviously, we'll dig this out of here so when we weld, it doesn't catch on fire. Same thing for down in here. The new one, when we go to cut it off, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut down here, cut over here, right through here, cut down through here, right up against the here as close as we can. We'll cut down through here, and then we'll cut up here. We'll come all the way through here. This is the saw I used, by the way. It's by Harbor Freight, Central Pneumatic. Yeah, it worked really well. And then we'll cut down through here from the inside. Then we'll cut down here. Oops, sorry. We'll cut down here from the inside down there. And then we'll come over to where my hand is, come out, and then cut up here, except real close to the bead here. Cut there, go up through the top, go across, and then real close to the bead, and then come back down to where I was showing you before, straight down here. And then we'll cut there, and then go back down there, and then we'll meet up. And that'll be the whole quarter panel. And the whole thing should come off with the inner panel. Then we'll make repairs and adjustments as needed. We'll probably leave our quarter panel on to make sure that we get our alignment stuff. We'll repair this. We'll cut the other one off the new quarter panel as it comes out. And here's the panel itself. That's from way up on top up there. And so it came off fairly easy. This is all the where we tried to pull it out with a stud puller, and we actually got quite a bit out. It just wasn't really feasible. The only way to repair it was to pull the panel off and reshape it and try to weld it back on, or go buy a new quarter panel skin. That was the only real way to do it. But there you go. Let me step back so you get a little bit better view. Let me try to get it so the sun's not shining on you. There you go. So that's the whole thing. Well, that's it pretty much for this video. Stay tuned for the next one. We mount the quarter panel and trim it up and put some Clecos in it and get it ready to spot weld on. And we'll talk about some issues and things that we need to address during the video. So it is a long-term project, so please be patient with us. We just do it when my son comes home from college. But it is something I think people would like to see, so we're going to put it up for you guys. Y'all have a good one. God bless you until the next video. Bye.